Blurred people in the photo is starting to become a bad cliche.
Was a bad cliche 10 years ago.
Earlier this year, I had the privilege of attending and emceeing the Shifter Summit in Nashville, Tennessee. While I was out there, I decided to get the reactions from some other well-known photographers around hot takes and controversial ideas related to architecture photography that you all submitted to me over Instagram. If you were not able to make it out to Shifter Summit, you can still download the speaker presentations from both days at the link in the description. And make sure to use discount code Matthew for a good chunk off the price. Let's start with controversial opinion number 1. Another photographer sent a message in that said, "I think less of photographers if they can't edit their own work."
Agreed.
Disagree. I think there's a right person for every job. I think that any person can edit their own work. I think your question of whether they cannot edit their own work, that's impossible. No one knows how to not edit, but there are better editors out there in the world, and I think it's great to call on the best person for each job.
I do not agree with that.
Okay.
I think a lot of really talented photographers outsource their work. I think you become a better photographer if you know how to retouch your work,
Okay.
but I don't think you necessarily need to do it yourself.
Gotcha.
I think that's a trash opinion. So that's horse crap.
Horse duty.
Horse duty. They're not a photographer yet if they can't edit their own work.
Hot take number 2. Someone sent a message that said, when attempting to create a great image, or an image that most people look at and say, hey, that's cool, or that's a great photo, an amazing building or an amazing space trumps photo skills more than photographers will admit.
Well, I think people are just getting distracted by design. It's a photo of a cool thing, but is it a good photo?
I think people's reaction to seeing a beautiful space in a photograph sometimes helps a bad photograph appear better than it is, so possibly true.
I don't know if it trumps the photo skills, but I certainly think we don't talk enough about the fact that beautiful homes make beautiful photos. And it's not all us, it's the designers and the architects is a huge part of it, and we like to think it's all about us.
Yeah,
and it's not.
good point.
But if a bear shits in the woods and no one's there to see it, did the bear shit in the woods?
That's question number 3. Let's not
Fucking
jump
right.
ahead. So.
Number 3. Blurred people in the photo is starting to become a bad cliche.
Oh, it's not starting to become a bad cliche.
It's been one for a
It's
while?
been one for a while, yeah.
Was a bad cliche 10 years ago.
Especially when everything's blurry except for one solid leg. And you just have a leg with a blur on top. It looks like a human flesh tree. It's weird.
Depends how you use them. So I think that there are specific blurs that are not helpful, and bad blurs are really bad. Like, you know,
When they
the
look
ones where
forced.
they're going like this.
Someone else said it. They look like they were going on a crosswalk.
Yeah, just like try to make it as natural as possible. It helps with movement.
Bad cliche, I still like them.
Are you saying that because you put them in your photos?
Of course.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, when they look like this, there is a certain blurred person in a shot that always looks, you can just tell it's a fake. When it's done well, then I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Clients love it. They love a good blurry person, and producers love it because then you don't have to pay or get a signature from that person.
Okay.
Number 4. Photographers need to stop making social media posts about their shoot with the caption,
Hey everyone, this is my office for the day.
"Enough already, we get it."
Yes, I agree.
Okay, I agree. I
You do?
agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You do
agree.
it?
I don't do it.
Okay, good.
No, I definitely do a lot of BTS, but I don't label it my office for the
Gotcha.
day.
Okay.
I would love to say no, but I think it's true. I think that the clients need to know about us as much as they need to know about our work.
Okay. Are you guilty of this?
Oh, I don't do it at all.
Oh, okay.
But I want to, but I don't.
Number 5. Why shoot with the lights off? Designers choose lighting for a reason, so why not show it?
Because colors are hard to manage? No, it's not just for that reason. It depends on your client, but oftentimes the directionality of the light from the window is going to be a lot better than the top-down light, even if it's a beautiful light fixture.
Gotcha.
If you want to feature the light, shoot it at twilight.
When there's a purpose for it, be intentional. You know?
All right.
So you can shoot the lights off if you need to paint in a bulb or
That's
two
a really
here.
good point. Be intentional with it.
Be
Yeah.
intentional.
I think the time of day when you're at home in the middle of the day, are all of your lights on? Probably not. So
Yeah.
I think when it's at dusk, it makes a lot of sense to have your lights on, or if you want a specific mood. But otherwise, it doesn't. It does some weird stuff to color.
I do. Yeah, lights on all the time now, especially since we can control it and post a lot more than we used to. And I've been around since the days of film when I started, and lights on with film was a really bad idea. Now we can actually make it look good. So I think you have to know when and where to use the lighting.
That's interesting. A lot of photographers do it well, but I shoot all lights off, always. So.
Have you ever had anyone press the issue about?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I don't do it though. Okay. I say no. I don't know how to do it, so I don't do it.
Number 6 is one that someone wrote in, and admittedly, it's not really controversial at all. In fact, I actually think it's pretty cool. But someone wrote in and said, architecture photography in the past has been mostly a male-dominated industry, but females are crushing it and are starting to take over.
Oh, hell yeah. Duh. We are 100% taking over.
I think this
any day
event
now
is a testimony.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Is that controversial?
No, I honestly wanted to preface this like, this is the least controversial one.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And look around. Look. I mean,
it's about 50-50.
It's 50-50 here, right? I think in the next 10 years, you're just going to see probably more female dominated than male.
Completely controversial. Yeah, no, I absolutely.
You feel so heated about it.
No, it's phenomenal, and I feel like I'm really proud to be in an industry that's uplifting women as much as it is.
Yeah,
and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Number 7, overcooked window pulls look silly and unrealistic.
Overcooked what?
You ever see window pulls that look like a posters on the wall?
Oh, yeah.
There's your answer right there.
Brian, your thought?
If that's your shtick, have fun.
Nothing pisses me off more than when the view is laid in heavier than the highlights in the room.
Yeah, it just looks like it's the same exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you want depth. Like, it's okay if it doesn't, if it's a little bright outside.
I do not disagree.
Yeah, they do. They look terrible. Come on. Nobody likes to see that.
Yeah, that was more of a gut reaction on that one.
Oh yeah, it just should be proportional. If you want dark windows, then you gotta have a dark interior.
Number 8, some photographers are quick to call their clients cheap, yet ironically, those same photographers will barely invest in their own company or business.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that. Guilty.
Then don't have that client.
Okay.
It's your choice to take a client or not. And I think if you're talking trash about a client, you're not going to have much more clients.
All right.
We could all spend a lot more money and time on marketing and advertising ourselves. It's something that you kind of learn the longer you're in business.
Yeah.
It does pay off.
Ooh, I disagree with that.
Really?
At least a lot of the photographers that I know and then friendly with, we spend a ton of money on our businesses, so I disagree.
Okay. Number 9 might ruffle some feathers. Number 9 says, Flash is better than Ambient, and those that say otherwise say that because they don't know how to use Flash.
I knew this was
Good.
right up your alley.
That's good. Horses for courses. Like, whatever you want to do, whatever's most comfortable.
Yeah.
For me, it's about what did the architect spend time doing, creating the atmosphere that you're turning up to?
Yeah.
Do you want to enhance that or create your own atmosphere? That's where I stand with it.
Do whatever works best for your practice. I think there are occasions for Flash and there's occasions for Ambient. Everyone's practice is their own, and don't discount someone. Yeah.
People are looking for blanket
I'm
answers.
sorry, guys. You're not going to get that from me.
There's no one-size-fits-all answer to
No.
stuff.
Flash is better than Ambient. Yeah, Flash is better than Ambient.
Really?
I think so, yes. I think you can use Ambient, but it has to be really nice, and it's usually not.
Well, I do teach Flash workshops.
Here's a setup.
Yeah, here we go. I do shoot some jobs all ambient, and on my shoots, I would say probably half the shots are 90% ambient, maybe a little bit of flash, and then some shots are 100% flash, no ambient. It just depends on the shot. But you got to know how to bring in the lighting when you need it, and you need to know how to make it look like good natural light. Yeah, that's what everybody wants. They want good light.
And finally, number 10, accept reality. Photographers need to stop making their shots look like renderings.
Oh my God, yes, me included. if I ever get to that point in an image, sometimes I just
This is actually an intervention. We need to talk to you about your work.
Making things look realistic is going to be what differentiates us from renders. And so if we just try and make everything perfect, we're going to be left in the dust by AI.
You know what? I might be guilty of that too, honestly.
I am too.
I think I strive for perfection. Maybe 5 years down the line when like I've established myself and I've gotten way better, then I'll be able to like dial it back or something.
That's hard. Yeah, no, I agree. I think reality is nice, and that's why we're there. We're there to capture a real space.
It's good when the colors aren't 100% perfect.
Yeah, we're not there to make a rendering. Like, we're on site for a reason. Yeah. So.
Again, if you want to catch the replay of all the presentations from the conference, use the link in the description and discount code Matthew for $100 off. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, and if you dislike the video, you can hit the thumbs down button twice for emphasis. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Matthew A Photo, and if you made it all the way here to the end, again, as always, I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to watch. That'll do it for this video. We'll see you on the next one.